Today, we are talking about burdock, its health attributes, medicinal uses, and even some of its culinary uses for all of you adventurous foodies out there. While we don't commonly eat burdock in the US, it is a popular ingredient across many cultures and countries around the world. It's also very nutritious, and there are many health benefits that you can get from burdock by making it a regular part of your diet, whether as a meal or in teas, decoctions, and tinctures. Hey folks, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Danae, and I am passionate about introducing folks to the many edible and medicinal plants growing in their backyard. So if this sounds like something that interests you, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started learning about the mighty burdock. Greater burdock, also known as common burdock or Arctium lapa, is a well-known plant, if only for its pesky burrs. If you've ever seen these attached to your pant leg or in your pet's fur after a walk in nature, then you might have come across burdock without even realizing it. These burrs are in fact the dried flowers of burdock, which are a lovely purple color when in bloom. Break apart the burrs as you rip them off, and you will find tiny black seeds inside. According to the Eyewitness Handbook on Herbs by Leslie Bremnes, the seeds of burdock can be used to reduce blood sugar. The seeds can also be used for kidney stones. So here's a fun fact I learned in middle school. So the Swiss inventor George de Mestral, hope I'm pronouncing that right, discovered Velcro by observing burdock. So this is a process called biomimicry, where we study the natural characteristics of plants to create new inventions. And so George de Mestral observed the burrs and noticed that they had tiny little hooks, and he emulated this by making two nylon pads, one that had hooks and one that didn't, and was able to mimic the adhesive quality of burdock. So we use Velcro in so many ways today, and you can thank burdock for all of it. There are several ways to identify burdock. First, a mature burdock is a large plant. In fact, in fertile, nitrogen-rich soils, which is burdock's preferred habitat, I've seen it grow as tall as 5.5 feet or 1.6 meters. Burdock leaves are described as egg-shaped or elephant ear-shaped, alternating up the stem. Mature leaves can get quite large, and I've been known to pick a leaf or two and use them as shade for transplants in my garden. The leaves of a young plant or one that's just coming out of winter dormancy will have soft, almost velvety leaves with a lighter underside. Both young and mature leaves are edible, but mature leaves should be used sparingly as they are very bitter and need to be boiled and drained twice to remove most of the bitterness. Young leaves are much more palatable and can be added to salads, soups, stews, and sautés. First-year burdock is often confused with rhubarb, which has a very similar growth shape. The best way to tell the difference is that burdock leaves are fuzzy or woolly and the stems are ridged, while rhubarb leaves and stems are smooth. Burdock leaves are also much less curly than a mature rhubarb. Of course, they're both edible, so I suppose you could also verify this by doing a taste test of the stems. When the plant flowers in its second year, you can easily recognize it by its burrs, which appear on long stalks in clusters. Look around any site in early spring, and if you spot a few of these dried stalks, you can be sure that a burdock plant is somewhere nearby, just beneath the ground. Speaking of the ground, perhaps the most impressive feature of burdock is its taproot. A taproot is a strong main root that burrows deep into the earth in search of groundwater. Plants with taproots like dandelion, echinacea, and even red oaks are often drought resistant, and with their taproot can help to mine minerals trapped deep beneath the ground, eventually making those minerals available to other plants whose roots remain in the organic top layer of the soil. A burdock taproot can be as thick as a person's arm and descend into the ground up to 1 meter. If you're planning to harvest some wild burdock, get ready for some energetic digging. Harvesting wild burdock often means you don't get to control the quality of the root, and it also usually means that you don't get the full root, but you can still get quite a bit. You can also grow burdock in loose, aerated mounds of soil for easy harvesting. Burdock root packs a myriad of medicinal benefits. It's full of antioxidants and is considered one of nature's best blood purifying and detoxifying herbs, and is especially well known for its effectiveness on skin disorders like eczema, psoriasis, and acne. Burdock root is often paired with other powerful detoxifying plants like dandelion to make a well-rounded detox blend. I like to add burdock root, dandelion root, stinging nettle, and calendula together for my own personal blends. I find that drinking a decoction of burdock root and dandelion root at least twice a week has reduced the oiliness of my skin over time. Burdock is considered a survival food as it can be easily found and identified. The flavor of the roots has been compared to Jerusalem artichoke and parsnips. Eating the root helps to regulate blood sugar, as the polysaccharides in burdock help to slow the absorption of glucose from the intestines. The roots are mineral-rich, containing significant amounts of potassium, calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, and are high in a fiber called inulin, a prebiotic that improves colon health and in general supports a healthy immune system. The substantial taproot of burdock and its wide availability around the world has made this a popular ingredient in Hawaiian, New Zealand, Japanese, and Chinese dishes. In Japanese, burdock is called gobo, and it's a popular ingredient in a dish called tempura gobo. Now, I've had the pleasure of making my own version of tempura gobo, but I'm still trying to perfect my recipe, so I won't be sharing that in this video. But if you're interested in seeing that in a future video, I would encourage you to subscribe. I definitely plan to do one in the near future. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. We are going to be talking about many plants this summer, and I look forward to discovering and rediscovering them with you all. So until next time.